Namaskar friends, this is NJ, your host on this channel. So guys, in this video we will have our discussion on the weekly transit results starting from the Feb of 10th till the Feb of 16th. So guys, during this week, the good part is that Sun is going to be transiting in the Aquarius sign. It is going to be getting conjunct with the planet Saturn over there. But just because whenever a planet looks back in its own sign, like the Leo sign, it somehow assures that the good results will be maintained. Along with that, Aquarius is a all assimilating kind of energy, so you do not have to worry much about that. Mercury is also going to be transiting in the Aquarius sign, and the chief highlight of this week is that Moon at the end of the week on Saturday and Sunday is going to be getting conjunct with the Ketu as well. So yes guys, even in my personal life, my birthday week, along with that, I'm going for a arranged marriage kind of meeting. I'll be traveling to Calgary for that. Do wish me luck. My rejection rate in the matchmaking department is very bad, and I always say that what is your success rate, Nipun? It's like 99.9. Okay, where the 0.1 is lacking. I'm not able to predict my own marriage. I'm just joking. Okay guys, so now we will start our discussion that how the transiting moon is going to be creating a theme for all the lagnas and what you can expect in this week. So guys, to start first with the Aries lagna natives. So guys, in your case, Moon is going to be starting the journey from your like 4th house, and it is going to be ending the week in your 6th house, getting conjunct with the planet Ketu over there. So guys, honestly speaking, because your 5th lord Sun will also enter in your 11th house in terms of career success, academic success, enhanced flow of the income perspective point of view, the week is creating a good energy. Like the week will start on an emotional note. For a lot many people, the heightened attention will go towards the family related matters, and even in terms of like proposing someone, because Moon is going to be transiting in your 5th house, and during the same time the 5th lord is going to be in a accentuated state. So in a way, the whole alignment of the Sun and Moon is actually assuring success for the artist, for the creative people, even in the matters of like proposing someone, academic clarity. The week is going to be somehow forming a good yoga for you. Only guys, on Saturday and Sunday, when the transiting moon is going to be getting conjunct with Ketu, that is going to be the time when you have to be slightly careful in the matters of this could be debt, like credit or loan related issue. With my accent, when I say debt, D-E-B-T, sometimes people hear D-E-A-T-H. So I'm talking about the credit and the loan related concern. And along with that guys, even in terms of the health related concerns as well, your ascendant lord is in a very sketchy kind of combination, and this Mars from the 3rd house is also going to be giving its aspect to the transiting moon when it is going to be conjunct with Ketu. So yes, health and the credit and the loan related concern needs to be monitored. But at the same time guys, for any of the competitive kind of situation and scenario, for people who are connected with the health fitness industry, those people can still get benefited. But if I were to say, the highlight of this week is that Mercury and Sun getting conjunct in your 11th house, and Sun somehow aspecting your 5th house. So the highlight or the focal point of this week is in the matters of your 5th house, academic pursuit, in the matters of the love, romance, more artistic, creative like opportunities, visibility for your work, for your talent. I would say that the week is creating a good energy. And guys, when I try to look at the tarot message for you guys, so guys, the week is actually starting on a good note, like some sort of opportunity will come. Your childlike nature is going to be getting appreciated. Some sort of short journey and travel could be on the cards. But again guys, the week is ending with the devil card which is reversed and the world card which is also reversed. So two very heavy energy which is reversed. So that means do not take any leap of faith by the end of the week. So be well prepared in your work and try to avoid any of the conflict. That's all what I can say. Now guys, when we talk about for the Taurus lagna natives point of view, so guys, in your case, as you can see that the moon will start the week from your 3rd house, and it is going to be ending the week in your 5th house, where it is going to be getting conjunct with Ketu. The highlight of this week is that the transiting Sun and the Mercury is going to be getting conjunct in your 10th house. with the planet Saturn. So guys, to begin with, in terms of like for all the artists and for any of the creative endeavors, the week is creating a good energy. Like especially if you are a freelance, you are a self-employed person, or any of those like sales, media, marketing professional, or even if during this time only you have to sign any contract, you have to sign any agreement, any lease, any contract. So just because 10th house is in a accentuated state, along with that moon transiting from the 3rd house is going to be a supportive sign for that. Like you will be able to get the support from the people around you. This could be your siblings, this could be your friends, this could be your neighbors. Along with that guys, because moon is also going to be transiting from your 4th house as well. So especially guys, people who are like, you have any gift shop, you have any interior decor kind of business, prioritizing your family, your domestic life, being able to feel very emotionally fulfilled and all. So in terms of that feel good factor kind of things, being able to initiate and manage things in your life the way you would have planned. So I'm not seeing much of the concern over there. It's just like that guys, by the end of the week when the transiting moon is going to be getting conjunct with the Ketu, it is just making you slightly vulnerable, especially in terms of emotional anxiety. And for all those people, if in your case like you take too much of the risk in the stock market, in the trading, so you have to be mindful. And let's say for example guys, if you're already going through some issues in your love life, so this is going to be the time when I have seen people who act out of impulsiveness. Oh, I cannot just stand you, I'm gonna break up. And so just be very mindful of that, because transiting moon getting conjunct with Ketu in itself is going to be driving you towards those kind of thoughts or that sort of mindset. And over and above that, the 7th lord being 8th from its original placement, so only in the matters of your conduct with your in your love life, and while taking any of the risk in the stock market and the speculative kind of nature of work, you have to be slightly careful. But apart from that guys, there's a lot of concentration of the planets which is going there in the matters of your 10th house. So looks like this week will put you in a strengthened state. Your position is going to get solidified at your career front. So let's say for example, if you're already out of job, you're applying for any job or something, you have to give any performance presentation, barring the time when moon is going to be conjunct with Ketu, which will happen on Saturday and Sunday, but rest of the week seems to be promising for that. And especially for kick-starting any of the venture of yours, signing any contract and lease and something, doing any documentation paperwork, the week seems to be auspicious for you. Now guys, when I try to look at in the tarot as well, so the divine message for you, so yes guys, there's a lot of the financial planning and investments which you are speculating. A very elderly father like or a senior member, if you are like trying hard to get any money from that person, you might have to find some sort of restraint. And again guys, the death card is reversed, so that in itself means that yes, it's not gonna be that major kind of chaos or transformation, but by the end of the week there is slight vulnerability energy of some sudden conflicted interest with people around you, or some sort of slight vulnerability of breakup and something. So be very mindful of that. Now guys, when we talk about for the Gemini Lagna natives, so guys, for the Gemini Lagna natives guys, in your case, moon is going to be starting the journey from your 2nd house, and it is going to be ending the week in your 4th house. And along with that, during this week, sun is going to be getting conjunct with the Saturn. Mercury is also going to be there in your 9th house, and this sun is going to be looking at its own house, the Leo sign. So guys, to begin with, especially when it comes down to the consistent flow in your income or being well taken care by your family members, doing things which you like to do. This could be your hobbies or socializing with people, taking out time for going on shopping and something, like all those kind of things which could be categorized as your hobby or which gives you emotional fulfillment, working on your craft and something. So regarding that, the week is creating good energy. So if I were to say guys, especially for the freelance self-employed people, the energy is going to be working out in your favor. And along with that guys, guys, just because now Jupiter is in a direct motion. Jupiter is in a direct motion in the 12th house. So even if Jupiter wants to give you something, it will only come up first with dealing with heightened expenses. So I would say this thing that just because Jupiter is going to be doing its part, so it is much advisable for you that if you are contemplating some major investments, this is the time to prioritize that. Doing some donation, charities, if you visit any of the church, mosque or temple, is going to be somehow you will be utilizing the energy of this strong Jupiter working in your 12th house. But along with that, guys, yes, for any of the paperwork, any of the documentation work, doing things which you like to do, starting any venture, applying and submitting yourself for any job opening or job application, the week seems to be somehow very harmonious for you. And again, guys, just because Sun has now entered in the 9th house, in the original Kalpurush Kundli, and when we talk about, Sun has got affinity because Sun is connected with our father, 9th house is connected with the father, teachers and all. So this is going to be a good time, where if you're already applying for any immigration, any visa or something to do with the enrollment to any university, applying for any certification, any course, or even getting a astrological guidance or consultation for an expert. So for all that kind of thing, the week is creating a favorable energy. It's just like that, guys. By the end of the week, just because Moon is going to be getting conjunct with Ketu in your in your 4th house, so that is going to be the time when anxiety might be a concern, feeling detached or not being at peace in your current situation might be a pressing issue for many Gemini Lagna natives. But yes, guys, in terms of prioritizing any paperwork, documentation, consistent flow of the income, the week is creating a good energy. Now, guys, when we talk about what I was able to see in the tarot for you guys, so guys, in your case, yes, there is going to be the energy of opportunity. The page of the wands card has come reversed. So that means if there has been some lost or missed opportunity in the past, you'll be able to create fresh perspective, fresh opportunity during this week. And yes, guys, by the end of the week, the domestic or the family responsibilities or pressure might keep many Gemini Lagna natives entangled over there. Now, guys, when we talk about for the Cancer Lagna natives, so guys, for the Cancer Lagna natives, in your case, guys, the Moon is going to be starting the week from your 1st house and it is going to be ending the week in your 3rd house, getting conjunct with the planet Ketu over there. Guys, in your case, as you can see that during this week, your 2nd lord, Sun will also enter in your 8th house. It is going to get conjunct with the planet Saturn over there, and Mercury is also going to be transiting in your 8th house, like it will transit over there on a Tuesday. So guys, to begin with, yes, when I talk about doing things the way you want to do for more visibility, spotlight to be on to you, and even for the consistent flow of the income, there's a high possibility that you will find success over there. Guys, the only concern is that just because the 2nd lord now for the next 1 month is going to be transiting in your kind of 8th house, so the flow of the money is going to be intact, but there's a high possibility that you might end up spending money. So I'm not seeing much of the money being able to saved up. So money will come and money will go. Money will come and the money will go. So there's a high possibility of that. Because guys, in your case, even your your Karak planet Mars is also transiting in your 12th house as well. So all what I can say is that it is going to be much advisable that refrain from any impulsive kind of spendings. That is the first thing or lesson which I want to give to the Cancer Lagna natives for something to do with the theme of this month, this week. And along with that, guys, because Moon is going to be getting conjunct with the Ketu in your 3rd house as well. So let's say, for example, yes, guys, if I were to say in terms of the financial planning, financial spending, or kick-starting any work, so I'm seeing a lot of the interruption. Because Moon is going to be transiting from the 2nd house, but the 2nd lord is there in the 8th house, and 3rd house, which is also the house of our efforts, which is also the house of the paperwork, documentation. Moon is going to be getting conjunct with the Ketu over there. So yes, guys, all what I can say is that during this week, especially in the matters of the financial decision making, signing any contract, starting something new, meeting and dealing with people, with whom you do not have any past ties. There are like credibility related concern, you're not very much familiar about the background of those people. So in these kind of situation, you have to be slightly careful, you have to be slightly cautious. So guys, if I were to say, especially people who are connected with like occult, you're working as a healer, you are an astrologer, you are in the fields of insurance and something, so those people can slightly expect some return. But in general guys, if I were to say, it would be much advisable to refrain from kick-starting something new regarding which you do not have much of the idea. And I would say that it is also not creating a very good energy when we talk about taking those kind of leap of faith, especially in the matters of the money and dealing with the new kind of situation. Apart from that, the week is actually going to be creating good energy. And if I were to say, like, because moon is getting conjunct with the Ketu in your third house, so that also tells about that, for anything to do with the esoteric psychic kind of work, like this could be doing meditation, taking out a walk to the beach, any of the retreat happening around you. Like even I live in Vancouver downtown. I all the time see that in the neighborhood, all the time people in the group are doing yoga, doing different meditation kind of activities and all. So for that kind of activities, this could be slightly in your advantage. But in rest of the matters of the money and the finances, you have to be slightly careful. Do not push your luck if you're not finding success in the initial few attempts in the matters of the finances or money. That's what I'm trying to say. Now guys, when we talk about the tarot message for you guys, so guys, what I received over here is that if you are coming from the energy of like betrayal, or this could be the heart breakup, extreme pressure, this week there's a slight energy of meeting someone, like especially when we talk about, because in your case Venus and Rahu are conjunct in your 9th house, so whomsoever person will come, it is going to be like a way we say divine sent. The universe has planted that person in your life. So especially guys, in terms of the romantic relationship, I'm saying, not when you are going on a financial meeting or something. So in terms of the romance and something, the week is creating a slightly positive energy. And yes guys, by the end of the week, there's that kind of urge which you will have, that okay, let me leave all that pressure behind, I want to get relaxed, I want to go on a short travel, I want to be left on my own. So that is how the energy of this week is going to be turning out for the Cancer natives. Now guys, when we talk about for the Leo Lagna natives, so guys, in your case, as you can see this thing, that moon is going to be starting the week from your like ascendant, no, I mean to say moon is going to be starting the week from your 12th house, and it is going to be ending the week in your 2nd house, getting conjunct with the Ketu over there. So guys, to begin with, during this week, Saturn and Sun and Mercury is also going to be getting conjunct in your 7th house. So in a way, your ascendant lord is going there in the 7th house, but the catch over here is that Saturn is going to be completely subjugating it or controlling it, and Mercury is also going to be placed over there. So guys, to begin with, see, if I were to say, the week is creating a good energy for any of the overseas exploration, any of the investments point of view. The week is creating a good energy, because during this week, as you can see that your ascendant lord, 2nd lord, the whole of the energy is going there in the 7th house, and it is coming in the grip of the planet Saturn over there. So a lot of the power is concentrated more on towards your partner. That is the very first thing. People who are in any of the service kind of industry, you are in a public domain and all. So this could be a week where the turn of events will be very surprising. You would have least expected it. I guess guys, I guess that is happening everywhere. Like Donald Trump in the US is firing and appointing new people every day. Even in Delhi election, now it has been all speculated that who's going to be the face, who's going to be the next head of the state, chief minister. So I mean to say, when you are in this kind of alignment, like let's say for example, if this is what your chart is, so it is going to be the outcome is going to be very surprising, very unpredictable. So but still, just because Saturn, the planet which represents the masses, which represents the public, your ascendant lord is surrendering to it. So if you have been loyal towards your duties, to your public life, towards your partner, towards your business, some significant development can still happen. It's just like that guys. So if I were to summarize, the week will start on a good note. Like lot many people will be very spiritual minded, and for any of the investments point of view, the week is actually giving you advantage. Lot of the focus and the spotlight is coming to you. Like lot many people will be observing you and observing your moves very carefully, so be very mindful of that. In terms of recognition and the financial gains, Jupiter is already now direct in your 10th house. It will be giving its good result. Jupiter is a very favorable planet for you. So yes guys, if I were to say the week is creating a good energy, it's just like that I'm seeing you guys, your power to be getting subjugated. So be humble as much as it is possible. Your whole focus will go in enhancement of your commercial benefits. So for the business success point of view, the week is creating a good energy. There will be criticism, opposition, which you still have to face. And guys, by the end of the week, when transiting moon is going to be getting conjunct with the Ketu in your second house, so Saturday and Sunday is creating an energy of some sudden expense. So be mindful, be prepared for that. Now this expense could be just because to take care of any family member, to support any family member, it could be like that. But yes, by Saturday and Sunday, there's a heightened energy of some sudden expense which will come knocking your doors. Now guys, when I tried looking at the tarot energy for you guys, so guys, over there, I can see right in the middle, like you are actually contemplating investments. Like the financial planning, financial contemplation is going to be the focal point of that. And by the end of the week, as you can see, the Fool card has come. So uncertainties will loom around. Like by the end of the week, there will be a lot of the uncertainties where you will find yourself being lost in the path. So I would say that sometimes guys, even living in the hands of the God is the best thing which we can do. The best guy or the guru is not who's going to give you the realization of the God. The best person is going to be that, or the right guru for you is who is going to give you the realization and power of leaving everything in the hands of the God. We all know about the power and we know the presence of the divinity and the God. But when it comes down to leaving in the hands of the God, let me be the controller. So that's all what I can say. Now guys, when we talk about the Virgo Lagna natives. So guys, in the Virgo Lagna natives case, the moon will start its journey from your 11th house and it will end the week right over there in your first house, getting conjunct with the Ketu. During this week, Sun is going to be entering in your 6th house, getting conjunct with the Saturn, and Mercury is also going to be transiting over there. So guys, to begin with, the week will start on a good note, especially with the consistent flow of the income. If in any capacity you're trying to arrange money from the market, the week will support you. Any of the loans getting approved, you have to write any competitive exam and something over there as well, the energy of this week will support you for any of the loan or credit related concern and something. Week seems to be working out in your favor. Along with that guys, when we talk about any of the long distance travel, if during this week only you are contemplating any of the travels, so I'm not seeing any vulnerability. Like for any of the overseas investment, long distance foreign travel, and being very spiritual minded and all, regarding that as well, the week is creating a good energy. It's just like that guys, by the end of the week on Saturday and Sunday, the transiting moon is going to be conjunct with the Ketu right over there in your first house. So if on Saturday and Sunday, there's a high possibility that if you're already planning any pilgrimage, any of the visit to any of the meditation center, any of the ashram, a visit to a temple or a church will be much more in favor. So this is how guys the week's energy is turning out for you. Lot of the attention and the concentration which is going there in the 6th house, that in itself means for the service professional, those who are in a job, there is going to be lot of the visibility and limelight which people will see. People will acknowledge and will be able to see your struggle, your hard work, your capabilities. And yes, a good energy, like lot many people will be contemplating any travel, and there will be benefits and the gains over there. And by the end of the week, high possibility of getting that solace, that peace via visiting any of the religious kind of place. This is how the energy is turning out for the Virgo Lagna natives. Now guys, when I try to look at your tarot energy, so guys, in the tarot energy, all what I can see is that there are some sort of mental blockages which you are dealing with. and all what is needed is that just because it has come in a sequence, in a pattern, so this mental blockage is just followed by the wishful thinking, like imagination, dreamy kind of emotional mental state. So all what is needed and could be advised for the Virgo Lagna natives as a divine message is that just be in control of your whims, be realistic, and just do not be too dilly dally, and just don't be in that kind of utopian mindset and being too imaginative. That's all what I can say. Keep firm, stay firm on the ground reality. That is what has come as a message for the Virgo Lagna natives for this week. Now guys, when we talk about for the Libra Lagna natives, so guys, in your case, Moon will start its journey from your 10th house and will end the week getting conjunct with Ketu in your 12th house. During this week, Sun is also going to be entering in your 5th house, getting conjunct with the Saturn over there, and Mercury is also going to be transiting in your 5th house. Now guys, the conjunction of the any of the planets in the Aquarius is generally considered as good, because Aquarius is a all encompassing energy. Now just because Sun is going to be surrendering to the power of the Saturn over there, Saturn is an important yoga planet for you, and the good part is that in a way from the 5th house, Sun will give its aspect to your 11th house. In the original Kalpurush Kundli, somehow Sun is very much comfortable with the environment of the 5th house. So overall guys, the energy of the week seems to be very conducive, very favorable, especially if in your case you're working as a independent consultant or advisor. The week's energy seems to be very favorable. If during this time you have to go on propose someone, any of the matters of the courting or any of the romantic kind of situation and endeavor, the week is creating a favorable energy. Whether we talk about from the student's point of view, or whether we talk about anything to do with the launching or releasing any of your artistic and the creative work, the week's energy seems to be a lot in your favor. It's just like that guys, on Saturday and Sunday, when the transiting moon is going to be getting conjunct with the Ketu in your 12th house. Now guys, this could be a golden opportunity, because now Jupiter is also in a direct motion in your 8th house. So I mean to say that for any of the investments, safeguarding, securing your interest, this is going to be a very good time. Second thing is that for we say taking out time for meditation, or if you are a kind of person you're not able to do that on your own, you need that support, that community. So this could be a case that if you want to join any of the meetup happening in your city, or take up any yoga meditation class, do that in a group with the like-minded people. So this could be the right way of channelizing the energy which is getting generated in during this week. Again guys, see, it hardly matters where you are in the corporate ladder, what is your economical status in the society and community and all what matters is that we all need to know the value of turning off the button sometimes. The relaxation, rejuvenation, cleansing, purification, detox, all of that is equally important. And now with Jupiter being in its full force in your 8th house, Ketu being there in your 12th house, guys, you're already going through golden time. Like something which can be what you can experience, the kind of level of awareness during this time, it will not happen in future, because it's a perfect alignment. 8th house and 12th house has got everything to do with understanding the secret code of the functioning of the universe. And whenever moon is transiting from there, our subconsciousness is very much aligned and attuned towards those energies. So yes guys, that's all what I can say. So keep on working hard in your career goals, for the networking, wish fulfillment, success, spotlight, recognition, but know the value of now is the time to put myself in the do not disturb mode. And by Saturday and Sunday, any of the spiritual retreat, meditation, any of the yoga meetup and something, or a visit to a temple or a church shall be prioritized. Now guys, when I try to look at your the tarot reading, so guys, the Justice card has come, which is a very good energy. The Wheel of Fortune card came out to be reversed right in the middle. So not a very good sign from the cosmos, from the universe, to take that leap of faith. Whatever you will be doing, do your work, do your calculation, do your preparation, do your research well in advance. And yes guys, moon getting conjunct with Ketu and 4 of the swords reversed at the end is just telling about the same thing, like relaxation is very important by the end of the week. Now guys, when we talk about for the Scorpio Lagna natives, so guys, for the Scorpio natives, Moon will start its journey from your 9th house, and it is going to be getting conjunct with Ketu in your 11th house. During this week, Sun, which is a very important planet for you, it is going to be entering in your 4th house and giving aspect to its own sign, the 10th house over there, and conjunction with Saturn, with Mercury. So a lot of the action which is taking place in your domestic life, in a way empowering your house of career as well, because Moon is going to be transiting from there. So guys, to begin with, in terms of any of the travels, the week is creating a very good energy. Like even if you have to you are seeking for any guidance, this could be spiritual in nature, this could be any financial guidance. So for any of the guidance concerns, the week is creating a good energy. For all those kind of people, when I say that you have to enroll for any foreign university, any of the visa, immigration related concern, travels and all, you are a strong contender. Like just in next couple of days or in this week only, it has to be announced that who is going to be the next appointed person for that promotion, for that position. So your stars are going to be supporting you. If that is getting applicable in your case, at least in the transit, the stars will not disappoint you. And yes guys, by the end of the week, Moon is going to be getting conjunct with the Ketu. Your ascendant lord is already transiting there in your 8th house, giving aspect to this Ketu and this Moon in the 11th house. So yes guys, do not be very aggressive, impulsive or desperate in order to get something, because I'm seeing a lot of the detachment and energy of desperation, putting too much force into things. I always say the spiritual nectar is that when the fruit is ripe, the tree automatically drops it. So that's what the lesson for you people is. But yes guys, in the matters of there's a lot of spotlight which is going there in the house of career, and the support system is very strong, because all of that is happening because the planets are aspecting from the 4th house as well. So a strong footing, strong support system, I'm actually seeing for the Scorpio Lagna natives, people who are in any real estate, construction, interior decor business, who are working as an architect and all. So energy of this week seems to be favorable. Now guys, when I try to look at the tarot message for you guys, so yes guys, the energy has come out to be being beaten down with a lot of pressure, and even in the matters of the love and the romantic interest and all, Moon getting conjunct with the 11th house, in the 11th house, and as you can see, Rahu and Venus is there in your 5th house. So yes guys, just be very realistic, very practical. Like sometimes do not be too early. See, the energy which I am getting for you guys for this week is that do not push something too hard. Do not be in that mode of desperation to get something, because you will automatically repel the other person you're trying to chase, because this is what the energy which is coming out as a theme for this week for you guys. So yes guys, avoid any conflict, avoid undertaking too much of the pressure which you cannot handle. But yes, in terms of the recognition, career, being well supported by the family, by the liked and the loved ones, members of the family, the week is creating a good energy. Now guys, when I talk about for the Sagittarius Lagna natives, so guys, for the Sagittarius Lagna natives, the Moon is going to start the journey from your 8th house, and it is going to end the week getting conjunct with Ketu in your 10th house. During this week only, Sun is going to be entering in your 3rd house, getting conjunct with the planet Saturn, and Mercury is also going to be transiting over there. So guys, to begin with, the week will start on a very philosophical, spiritual, deep planning, investigative kind of mode. So be very mindful of that, because emotions are going to be very high by the start of this week, which is going to be working in advantage for those people who are working as a therapist, you are a healer, you are connected with the fields of insurance and something. So those people can slightly get benefited. Along with that guys, there's a high possibility if you are any of the travels undertaken by you, you are expecting any visa, any immigration related concern, enrollment to any foreign university and all. So regarding that as well, the week is creating a sensitive, a favorable, I would say a favorable energy for you guys. And guys, by the end of the week, Moon is going to be getting conjunct with the Ketu in your 10th house. So yes guys, at the work front on Saturday and Sunday, there a lot of the Sagittarius Lagna native might have to witness some sudden unexpected kind of news at the work. So some sudden change of scenario, change of environment looks like to be on the cards for the Sagittarius Lagna natives. But yes guys, the whole energy of this week is the emotional ups and downs are going to be high, which will fortify your faith in the higher powers for sure, and travels will prove to be profitable and you will be well guided. The omens will guide you well. That's all what I can say. A lot of the planetary concentration now taking place in your third house. So that simply means that if you want to initiate something, or for people who are like freelance, self-employed and something, the week is creating a good energy. So being able to take out time for your hobbies, short travels, being able to get the support from people around you, from your friends, this is how the energy is going to be. Only in the matters of the work, because Mars is also giving its fourth aspect to this Ketu and the moon in your 10th house. So on Saturday and Sunday, there's going to be some sudden development at your career, at your work front. Be very mindful of that. But overall guys, it's a promising kind of an emotional roller coaster kind of week for the Sagittarius Lagna natives. Now guys, when I try to look at the tarot energy, so yes guys, the Knight of the Wands card has come. So you are in complete control, command, and putting forth your best energies, constructive, positive energy. By the start of the week, there's a Page of the Swords card. So some sort of message, some sort of opportunity which might also come. But by the end of the week, the Page of the Pentacles is reversed, and that is going to be the time when moon is going to be conjunct with Ketu in your 10th house. So be very mindful at your career front. The whole energy of this week is that you are with the right mindset, with the right frame of the mind. But yes, something is coming and something is slipping. This is what the theme of this week is for you guys. Now guys, when we talk about for the Capricorn Lagna natives, so guys, in your case, moon is going to be starting the week from your 7th house, and it is going to be ending the week in your 9th house, getting conjunct with Ketu over there. The Saturn, Sun and Mercury are going to be getting conjunct in your 2nd house. So yes guys, lot of the energy and the power which is going there in the matters of your finances, which will solidify your financial state. But when we talk about like the daily theme, so on the daily basis guys, yes, the week will start on a good note, especially when we talk about like finding that solace in the company of the loved ones, with your partner, some sort of this week there's a high possibility that if you are like contemplating some major investments in your business and something, the energy of this week is supporting you. So yes guys, because 7th house moon is in a good strengthened state, along with that like the transit of the moon from the 8th house, when sun is going to be aspecting this transiting moon, and Ketu and moon in the 9th house. Generally we say this thing that where the omens and the ancestors, Pitri Kripa and divinity, nature protects us, guide us. So yes guys, this is how the energy is going to be working out for you, because Jupiter and Ketu are in any case in a trine. So the transiting moon is definitely going to be supporting people, especially who are connected with the fields of like insurance, research, occult, people who are in their own business and all, people who are in a family business and all, those people can get benefited. Guys, by the end of the week, Saturday, Sunday is creating a good energy for any spiritual guidance. Visiting any meditation center, yoga center, a temple, a church, a mosque, getting any astrological consultation guidance. For that it is good. But when it comes down to travels, there might be some slight inconvenience in the travel undertaken during the end of the week. So be very mindful of that. Now guys, when I looked at the tarot energy for you guys, so yes guys, right in the middle, the 6 of the sword card has come. So the energy of the travel is there, some sort of financial abundance, prosperity, being well taken care by the loved ones around you. This is how guys the energy is like getting generated. And yes, whatever you have been, whatever emotional mental churning you are going on from the past couple of days, or this could be week, you will see that all that emotional churning is not shaping up, is taking a shape of the execution of the plan. Things are now moving. So this is how the energy is going to be turning out. Now guys, when we talk about for the Aquarius Lagna natives, guys, in your case, Sun is going to be entering in your 1st house, Mercury is going to be entering in your 1st house, getting conjunct with your ascendant lord. It's a very accentuated kind of the flow of the energy which will happen right over there in your 1st house. Again guys, Sun cannot like is not going to be creating much of the problem, because in the original Kal Purush Kundli, Sun gets very strengthened whenever it is transiting from the first house, and the house in itself is protected. So in a way that both the energy of the Sun and Saturn will work in your favor. They will work in tandem with each other, in synchronicity with each other. Guys, the moon is going to be starting the week from your sixth house, being strengthened over there. So for the service professional, if you are connected with the nursing, pharmacy, or any of the medical health industry, those people can actually get benefited, especially in your service sector, in your job. The week is creating a good energy. The transiting moon will enter from your seventh house as well. So even in the matters of the relationship, or this could be a case that manifesting a partner, going on a date, feeling yourself being nurtured, well taken care by your partner, by your spouse, the energy is very favorable. And yes guys, on if I were to say, on Saturday and Sunday, you have to be slightly careful, because moon is going to be getting conjunct with Ketu in your 8th house, and Mars is also giving its 4th aspect to this transiting moon in your 8th house. So yes guys, emotionally it might be a lot of the pressure is going to be there by the end of the week. But if I were to say, the rest of the look and feel and the theme of the week is very constructive. It is very commercially very favorable, very productive for the Aquarius Lagna natives. And yes guys, your personality in itself is giving you a lot of the power. So that in itself means that a lot of the spotlight is coming to you, power is coming to you. Whatever decision you have to take, you will take that from a position of strength, position of power. And along with that guys, even for the students and all as well, your 5th lord was transiting in the 12th house before. So I would say that success in any of the academic pursuit, success in any of the artistic creative work, you are planning to launch any product, go for any important meeting. So Saturday, Sunday, excluding Saturday and Sunday, rest of the week is creating a good energy. Saturday and Sunday is more of creating energy of self-inquiry, self-introspection, or going for a walk on the nature, beach and something. But yes, whenever Ketu is predominantly active in the 8th house, do not go close to the nature. Now just because I said do not go on a bungee jumping, so be very careful. Be at a safe arm's distance from the nature. Enjoy the nature, appreciate the nature, take out time for doing yoga, meditation, relaxation, cleansing, detox is important. And this is how the theme of this week will turn out for you. Now guys, when I try to look at the tarot energy, so yes guys, the tarot energy comes out to be little bit slightly sensitive, in a way that the Knight of the Cups has come out to be reversed, which is just telling about that any of the things regarding which you were very passionate about, you might see a slow development over there, wherever you would have been putting your full force. But life has a very surprising way of granting you something much more valuable, where you will be nurtured. And yes guys, the Chariot card came out to be reversed as a final outcome. And yes, moon getting conjunct with the Ketu, it is going to be little bit unstable, destabilizing kind of energy on Saturday and Sunday, but rest of the week seems to be promising. Life will grant you something which is going to be highly cherished by you, or you'll be looking for it. This is how we can see the theme of this week. And lastly guys, now guys, for all the Pisces Lagna natives, so guys, in your case, moon will start its journey from your 5th house and will end the week in your 7th house, getting conjunct with the Ketu over there. Sun and Mercury will transit to your 12th house. They will get conjunct with the planet Saturn over there as well. So that simply means that for all those people who are working in the fields of the hospital, nursing, you are working as a immigration expert, any of the import-export nature of work, or any of the enrollment to any of the foreign university related concern, in all these kind of areas, the energies are going to be supporting you. Guys, moon will start the week from your 5th house, covering the journey from the 6th house as well. So especially people who have to write any competitive exam, from the students point of view, and even for the artist and the creative professionals point of view as well, the week is creating a good energy. Only guys, when it comes down to, so see, to be precise, those who are in the job, they seems to be getting much more benefited. Now guys, when we talk about anything to do with your business or something to do with the matters of the relationship or courtship, over there guys, you have to be careful, because moon is getting conjunct with the Ketu in your 7th house. and right at the same time the 7th lord is there in the 12th house, 6th from its original placement. So yes, in the matters of the relationship, you will feel detached from your partner, or this could be a case that if you're already going through any of the issues in the marriage, so the separative thoughts are going to be overwhelmingly trying to control you. So just be very mindful. This is just a kind of a temporary theme which life has created in front of you. Very soon Ketu is going to be leaving your 7th house. So yes guys, if I were to say in any of the matters of the commercial business decision making and all, so by the end of the week you have to be slightly careful in all of that department and area. People who are actually getting benefited are those who are working in the fields of the nursing, healing, or for the students who have to appear or write any competitive exam, or even if you are an artist, you have to give any performance, submit any audition. Regarding that, the week is creating a favorable energy. Now guys, when we look at what tarot is telling for you, so guys, the thing is that just because the Queen of Cups card has come out to be reversed at the beginning, so if let's say for example the females in your life have not been of best of the support in terms of the nourishment or emotional support from the past couple of days or weeks, and let's say for example you're not able to see any development in your career growth, in the manifestation of your goals, by the end of the week it is actually creating a favorable energy for you. That's all what I can say, where you will get a clear idea about the path ahead. That's all what I can say as the messages from the divine. So yes guys, this is something which I wanted to say as a part of my inputs. For further more updates and notification on the divine science of Vedic astrology, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on my Instagram account. Dhanyavad.